daddy born poor, mama was too. Walking through the snow, plastic bags on their shoes. Papa selling houses, sleeping in a car. Four babies in the backseat, underneath the stars. Well, hey, hey, just work a little harder. Hey, hey, punching that clock with work and prayer and a little bit of luck. Make so much money, need a 10-ton truck. Ha, 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 ha.
Hey, good morning, everyone. Paul McMann here with Forex Smart Trade. It is August 20th, Tuesday, 6:30 in the morning, and I am so pleased that you're able to join me this morning, Forex Smart Trade. We want to help you become a profitable currency trader, and we have a simple way of doing that that's highly effective. And the purpose of this session is to show you one of our dozen different trading strategies, so that one, you can see how well it works, and two, you can make an evaluation as to whether it's right for you or not. And we are so confident that we can teach you how to do this and teach you how to do it profitably, that we'll let you trade with our money and split what you make. So with that, let's jump right in and see what we got going this morning. We need to start by listening to this guy, and then we'll see what the market has for us.
Due to federal and state regulations, we are providing the following disclosure. Please stay tuned, as this will take less than a minute. Foreign exchange, futures, and cryptocurrency trading are highly risky, and you can lose all the money you invest should you decide to engage in live trading. We are not responsible for your investment, trading, or tax decisions. We are not licensed financial advisors, traders, accountants, stockbrokers, or attorneys. We are not licensed commodities brokers and do not engage in or facilitate commodities transactions. We are not an introducing broker, and we make no recommendation as to where you should invest or what broker you should trade with. As you apply what you learn, we recommend you seek advice from licensed professionals. Any trade results that we show should not be considered typical of our students. We do not and cannot track the results or performance of our students' private trading accounts. We do not know what a typical or average student earns or loses trading. This is not a get-rich-quick program, guaranteed system, or business opportunity. We sell training and trading tools. We make no promises our training or tools will generate future income for students, and you may not make your investment back, including your investment in this training. Any redistribution or recording of this material is strictly prohibited without advance written permission.
I do 3 live training sessions a week, the one you're at right now, and then also Thursday morning and Monday afternoon. And then every afternoon I send out a trade setup that you can copy. Has a little video with it, shows you how I figured it out. It's a slightly different strategy than the one we're using this morning. But one of the ways we instruct is by doing these live webinars where you can see a trader who is experienced and good, and they will walk you through their strategy in terms of how they evaluate and take a trade. When you become a member, we have sessions every morning at 10 a.m. and every evening at 6 p.m. And then again, the key to being good at anything is the constant repetition and practice. So you can see we have lots of coaching sessions while you're associated with us. So in addition to the one-on-one personalized sessions, we've got many group sessions. I like to work through a little checklist that really helps keep me focused, make sure I'm not missing anything. And it starts every morning by refreshing my green chart. It's not. It works much better than when we first started to switch over to that web-based service, where sometimes the chart would be slow. Here, by refreshing it, keeps the memory clear, and it picks up any updates they might have. Now, one of the traits that I think is essential to being a good trader is being able to go back and take a look at trades that didn't go the way that you wanted. And if you took last night's trade, we got stuck on, we got stopped out. It was a bad trade, and it kind of ticks me off. So it was on the Euro New Zealand dollar. So let's go back and take a look at it and see if we can figure out what went wrong, and then add it to our repertoire of to improve. So I am going to so here's Euro New Zealand dollar, and the replay mode allows us to go back to a specific time and take a look at exactly what we were looking at. So we took the trade yesterday. It was 5 minutes before 4. So let's go back and take a look at that. So here's our entry. Here's our take profit, or approximately as close as I could get. The stop loss is down here, but the signal was this is using the 10-point trade. We're looking for situations where we're either oversold and the lines are going up, or overbought and the lines are going down. So here, oversold, everybody's going up. We've got the double cross where green is crossed over the red. The gray is crossed over the black. There's good steepness on the green line. The green line is just entering the channel. So, and the major indicator has gone from basically oversold to overbought to oversold. So it's come down and it's turned. So this is, I like this very much. So we've got the 3 points here. When I jump up to my TNTs, 2 orange lines going up, dotted blue coming down. When blue comes down, that means sell. So we get 3 of the 4 here. I need at least 3 of the 4. And I've got down pressure, but the green line is on top, and the green line is separating, pulling away from the red line. So a point here, plus the plus that it's separating. So I like everything here. When I see the setup here, I go to my 2-hour chart and confirm it. And I confirm it. Basically, I am looking for the major indicator to be oversold. It doesn't have to be going up like it is here, but I want it to be oversold, and I want it to be oversold on the 4-hour, which it is. So I had the 2 elements that I'm looking for. So when I see that, I'm not going to go into how we came up here. How we pick the take profit, but basically we had about 40 pips to the next resistance line. We had 40 pips either way, as I recall. It was kind of a wide channel, and we took about half of it, 19 pips. So it was going to hit within this candle and hit these candles. So let's move forward. And I've got it set on a jump by 1 hour. So it'll go to the end of the hour. So pull back a little bit. And it went down. So the signal turned. Signal turned here, signal turned here, signal turned here. So the signal changed entirely. If I was watching this, and I wasn't, that 4 o'clock trade, the overnight trade, is kind of the last trade of the day. So I'm not watching anymore, but that's why we use the stop loss. So like even when you're watching, you should have the stop loss. But when I'm watching, I may not let it get to a stop loss before I take the loss. So here it's changed. I might even close the trade here, but the signal's changed. We had a good signal, and now it's not. So we move ahead another hour. Now at 5 o'clock, that's when the new day starts. So sometimes the spreads change. So this can be not necessary. So may not be as bad as we want. And I don't want to close a trade right at 5 o'clock. So I'm going to wait till after 6, but let's go ahead and take a look. All right, it's come back up, up, up. All right, so we're at 6 o'clock. So this looks good. And we move one more hour. It's going up. But we're getting a little bit of a pullback here. We've got the kink in the line. I would have probably just kept it open at this point. Kept it open. And then it changes. When this turns again, I might just close it here before we get to the stop loss. We've actually got 2 kinks in the line. One, we're going from more steep to less steep, and then it changes direction. So when it starts to do that, it worries me a bit. And then I think on the next candle, we're going to get, now it's coming down, coming down, coming down. So I guess the learning, what I'm trying to say here is if you're watching it at that point and you see the signal start to turn, I might just close it. And then we get stopped out. So, so we had a good signal, but it turned on us. So that sometimes happens. We're not going to be right 100% of the time. My accuracy is about 80%. When you get up, depending on what your stop loss is and you take profit, your accuracy will determine your profitability. So here's one where we lost. And again, I couldn't quite, I liked the setup after the 5 o'clock hour. It was good. That hour afterwards, when it pulled back, if I was watching it, I probably would have closed it. I would have closed it at that point. So we don't have to wait for the take profit or for the stop loss to hit to decide that the trade isn't good. So with that, let's jump in to see what we've got today. And again, before we do that, let's just go on our checklist. Now, we are technical traders. We are trading based on the price action, and our indicators are simple but very accurate in terms of helping us figure out the direction of the market. And if we can figure out the direction of the market, we can make some money. But news does impact currency prices. So we want to know what those news events are, and so we can trade around them. I like to get my news from the Forex Factory. Forex Factory breaks news down into 3 categories. This yellow, which is low impact. The orange, which is medium impact. I ignore the yellows. I also ignore the oranges. Some people pay attention to these. And then the reds, which are high impact. These are guys I want to trade around. So consumer price index on the Canadian dollar this morning at 8:30. I usually don't like to trade within a 2-hour window of the news event, and we are within that 2-hour window. So we won't take any trades on the Canadian dollar this morning. And then the trade plan. We've got a dozen different trade plans, and there's always new ones coming up. We will customize one based on your availability to trade and your risk preferences. This is the one that suits me. I'd like to trade off of a 1-hour chart. And on a 1-hour chart, trade's going to be worth anywhere from 5 to 35 pips. And my sweet spot's 11. If I can get 11 pips 3 times a day, I am doing very well. So with that, let's jump in and see what we've got. And the chart we're going to be trading off of is the light 6 major. It's one of the standard charts. It is a composite chart. It's showing me 6 different currency pairs. In this case, they're all US based. And I am going to start with the middle section of the chart, which we call the majors and minors. The red and green line is our major indicator. I pay a little bit more attention to this. The black and gray line is our minor indicator. I want the minor indicator to support what I'm seeing on the major indicator. Horizontal blue line is the overbought line. So generally when the market's overbought, that's a good time to sell. Horizontal red line is the oversold line. When the market's oversold, that's a good time to buy. And I am looking for situations where we're oversold and the lines are going up, and I want to run it through the channel. And you can see we got a big up candle here. Same here, oversold. Everybody's going up. I want to ride it through, and you get the 2 green candles here. So here we're overbought. Minors are coming down, majors are kind of sideways. So I want everybody coming down. So I don't have what I'm looking for. Euro USD, we just touched oversold, but not everybody is going up. The green line's going up, but the red line is going down. So this is kind of sideways. Both are sideways, majors and minors. So I'm not where I want it. Pound USD, overbought, everybody's sideways. Dollar Canadian dollar, oversold, everybody's going down still. Here's a case where we're oversold, and kind of like what happened to us last night, where you've got a big down move. What is that? 16 pips. 16 pips. You can make 11 pips when you're oversold and it's going down. It's just not part of my trade strategy. I don't like to take a sell when we're oversold, because at some point it's going to turn and go up, and I don't want to get stuck when that happens. Dollar Swiss franc, oversold, everybody's sideways. Dollar yen, oversold, majors are still going down. So nothing on the first chart. I've cloned this chart, and with non-USD pairs. So let's see what we've got going here. Euro pound, oversold, everybody's going up, and I just barely have the double cross here. Green's crossed over and the gray crossed over back here. Steepness of the green line is more than 45 degrees, so I want to have that. I like to have the green line a little closer to entering the channel, but this is acceptable. When I have the 3 points here, I'm going to jump up to my TNTs and count how many of the lines are supporting what I'm seeing here. Each of these lines is measuring change at a different speed. And I want to have at least 3 of the 4 tell me buy. So thick orange is telling me buy. Thick blue is telling me buy. When blue goes down, that means buy. But I only have 2 of these. I want at least 3. So since I don't have the 3, I'm going to pass. Australian dollar, yen, just reaching oversold, and we don't have agreement between the majors and minors. Euro Canadian, oversold. Minors are going up, majors are sideways, so nothing there. Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar, oversold. Everybody's still going down. Seems to be going up and down as it's oversold, and it seems like there's a little bit of a resistance area here. Pound yen, oversold going down. Euro, Australian dollar, oversold. Majors are sideways. Red lines coming down, green lines going up. So I don't have everybody going up. So let's go to the next group. Canadian dollar, yen, we don't have agreement. Majors were oversold. Majors going down, minors up. Euro, New Zealand dollar, oversold. Minors are kind of sideways. So I'm going to pass. New Zealand, a pound New Zealand dollar. Everybody's sideways here. New Zealand dollar, yen. Majors were oversold. Majors are sideways. So we don't have everybody in the same direction. Dollar, New Zealand dollar, New Zealand USD, overbought. We don't have agreement between the majors and minors. Euro, Swiss franc, oversold. Everybody's kind of still going down, although, sideways to down. So we've gone through 18 charts. Let's go through 4 more or 6 more. Australian dollar, Canadian dollar. We didn't quite get to oversold. I don't like when we have these like kind of long periods in one place. So here we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 hours where it's kind of just been sideways. So I'm going to pass. Swiss franc, yen, oversold. Majors haven't turned yet. Euro, yen, oversold. Majors haven't turned yet. Everybody's kind of sideways. Australian dollar or pound Australian dollar. It was overbought. Everybody's coming down. Double cross, reds on top, blacks on top. Good steepness on the green line. It is in the channel. I will consider a trade so long as the green line hasn't crossed the halfway mark, and it's just at the halfway mark. So I've got 3 points here. Good steepness on the green line. 2 orange lines going down. Dotted blue coming up. So I've got 3 of the 4 here. And I have on the pressure, I've got very weak down pressure. Both lines are going down. And I have red on top. So that's 2 points. 1 for the lines going down and 1 for the red line being on top. So 2, 3, 3. So I've got 8 points here. My confirmation on the trade is, again, to go back and look at what the 2-hour and the 4-hour are telling me. So let's do that. That's pound AUD. I want to see on the 2-hour that the major indicator is overbought. In this case, it touched overbought and it's coming down, so that's okay. But here, take a look at where the major indicator is on the 4-hour. Major indicator is still going up. So I don't mind that it's going up if it's overbought, but it's not overbought. It's in the middle of the channel. So this is telling me there's more up in the movement. So so it's contradicting the sell that I'm seeing here. So because of this, I'm going to pass. I want this to be up here. So let's go and keep looking. So that was pound AUD, New Zealand Swiss franc, where we're more than halfway. Canadian dollar, Swiss franc. Everybody's going up, but and we're less than halfway on the green line, but the slope is less than 45 degrees on the green line. I want this to be more than 45 degrees. And I don't like that here we're more steep. It kinks and goes to less steep. It kinks again and goes to less steep. So this is telling me it's running out of gas. So we have just gone through 24 pairs, and I know I've taken 15 minutes to do that, but the reality is you can, once you know the signal, you can go through it pretty quick and see if it's there. Really in 3 or 4 minutes you could go through all of these. So I'm going to change gears and use a different trade strategy, and it's called the thick orange line trade. And again, you can take it on a 1-hour chart, and you can take it when there's less than 5 minutes left in the hour. And right now we're down to 4 minutes. And what it does is it looks at the position of the thick orange line. And the thick orange line is a scaled line. So when it's as high as it can go, this number's at 10. When it's as low as it can go, the number's at 0. So and when it's at 10, it doesn't think there's any more up in the movement. There's no more up in the movement. That's the time to sell. Likewise, there's no more down in the movement. That's the time to buy. So I'm looking for situations where this number is either 0 or 10 or within 1 point of either. So 5.6 isn't close enough. 5.9 isn't close enough. 3.2, no, 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 no. So nothing either. Looking for 0 or 10 or within 1 point of either end. 9, yes. 9.2, that's up there. I want to confirm it by looking at where the red line is. And I want the red line up above the blue line, way overbought. This is telling me I don't want it oversold. I want it overbought, so it's about to come down. So no. So yes, but no. No, no, no. Yes, but no. Look where my red line is. I want the red line up here. No. Let's go to the next one. 3.6, no. 2.4, no. 6.8, no. No, 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 nothing. Swiss, let me just take a look here. All right, so nothing there. And let's look. Last one, 5, no, 8, no, 5, no, 2, no, 1.3, no, 6.9, no. So nothing. Nothing this morning. We've used 2 different trade strategies, and didn't find a single setup this morning, and that's okay. One of the great features we have is we've got something called Strategy Suite, and Strategy Suite allows you to kind of program in your setup that you're looking for. And when you see that setup, it sends you. Oops. What happened? When you see that setup, it sends you a signal. So this is my my text, which I can see on my computer. So I can pre-program in a trade that I want to see, so I don't have to sit in front of the computer to do this. Now, sometimes I'm sitting in front of the computer, so I'm kind of watching it. And right now, I need to come up with another trade or two here to overcome the loss that we took last night, so that we get to break even. Now, actually, I am just about at break even because the last night's overnight trade on the Euro USD closed profitably, and I've taken one other trade this morning. But I'd like to see if we can make some money, but at least I'm at break even. But right now, there's nothing showing up on the charts, and I'd rather sit out and wait for something. And since I'm here sitting, I will watch, and I don't need the signals. But the signals are nice when when you don't want to be sitting in front of the computer where it says, hey, come take a look. This setup is here. Do you want to take it? If you want to trade profitably with the simple to use indicators, we can help you. The best way to do anything is to find somebody who's good at it and get them to teach you. We're willing to do that. And we're so confident that we can do it well is that we'll let you trade with our money once we've trained you. If you have any questions, just get on my calendar. And the best way to get on my calendar is to go to forexsmarttrade.com/schedule and just book an appointment, and you'll have me for a dedicated 30 minutes. All right. Have a terrific day, and we'll see you this afternoon when I send out the overnight trade. Bye-bye.